Welcome in. I'm Mark Labragi, and this is Marketing for Your Future, where we talk to business people across the country, across industries, to figure out how they're marketing their companies. Today, I have on the show a very special guest, Ariana Pareja. I always worry about saying that right, from the Pareja Family Foundation. So we have a foundation that we're talking to today. Ariana, nice to see you. Nice to meet you. And thank you for joining us.
Nice to see you. Yeah, glad to be here. Glad to share whatever I can with your audience. So,
Yeah,
quick background on myself. Entrepreneur. Started my first company when I was 21 years old. I've had three exits. The first two were bootstrapped. The last was venture backed. Why I bring that up is because in the last endeavor, we were we were in tech and we raised quite a bit of venture capital, about 48 million, and we went through a huge growth phase. And at that time, back in 2017, when we were running Remind, I was really involved with the hiring process before we had hired out a whole entire team to do that. And I just could not find women and minorities that were interested in even entry level positions. It was extremely hard to come by. And so we had a young lady who was on our business side of the shop, and the idea was tossed around of, hey, why don't you join the dev team and let's just see what happens. Well, within 6 months, she became a project lead. Within 18 months, she became head of our entire mobile division. Now, this young lady did not have a CS degree. She did not go to any formal tech boot camp. She just had a good mentor and was given the opportunity. And that
well, and
was
I
a
know that's
huge,
Yeah, that's what you
yeah,
focus
you
on
were
a lot,
saying?
right? The mentorship, connecting somebody who has an opportunity, an entrepreneurial mind with the right mentorship, the right skill set, develop them and carry them to help them propel themselves, right? To maybe a six-figure income or
Absolutely.
just pull them out of a situation that they're in. But getting people to support your foundation, getting people to value, like if you're marketing me a product, there's something in it for me. I get the product or a service. I get the service. You're marketing the concept of you need to care about others. How do you get that message out?
Unfortunately, there has been in the industry, it's such a problem. As you see, there's so many nonprofits that have come up in the past 5 years and
Right.
only was amplified during the year of 2020. But how we really carry out that message is we just go directly to the founders, and I think it's a common place right now where everybody's trying to do better and they want to do more and they just don't even know how. And the
Yeah.
fact of the matter is that there's more engineering jobs than there are people at this time and place that we live in. So it's kind of a taking advantage of the time and place that we're already in, and that just giving these founders an opportunity of saying, hey, just give this person a shot. I promise you that they'll get the job done. I mean, we go through a very highly vetting process before we put anyone in our program. It helps that we have that tech background, so we're not just some foundation that doesn't understand the industry. So
Right.
there's that aspect to it. We have a very old school. I'm very old school when it comes to sales and marketing, where I'm a very belly to belly relationship type of person. So getting in front of these organizations, whether that be at a conference, whether that be through an intro, whether it be through getting a board member that's already at that organization, to volunteer, that's kind of how we do. We do a lot of word of mouth. I mean, do we spend money on advertising? Do we have a social media team? Yes, we do. We do that because in this day and age, you have to have some sort of online digital presence, as you know. You're probably the expert in that. But you know, long story short, it's just really telling that story. And there's no better way to tell that story than to have one of our program graduates come in on a Zoom call and say, hey, I was making 50K per year prior to joining this program. Now I'm making six figures. These are the skill sets that I've learned. This is, my career trajectory that's happened for me since I've gone through this program. And there's nothing more powerful than a live, real testimonial.
That
High,
is so
you
true.
know, you know, yeah, I mean, there's nothing more powerful than an actual testimonial.
Yeah, and telling stories, as you know, telling stories is the way to get somebody to buy in. And when you're talking about a feeling that you want them to get, right? We're not selling them a product or service. You're selling them a solution in a person, ultimately. But to get people to support producing that person, right, is just such an amazing thing. And I know I'd love to talk to you more about your philanthropy and your volunteerism. You have a whole separate side of you. You've done so much with Big Brothers and Big Sisters and Junior Achievement and on and on. Perhaps we'll have a chance to have you back and talk to you about that because it connects to this in that it's connecting also mentors with entrepreneurs and you're the tide that's lifting all boats. And I absolutely love that. So I can't thank you enough for joining us today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, you got it. And if you want to learn more about Ariana and the Pareja Family Foundation, just check us out on dailyadbrief.com. And thank you for joining me. This is Marco Labraggi for Marketing for Your Future. Have a great day.